ọ̀tọ̀ nìkan láàrin òkúta a yàtọ̀ sí wọn jọ̀ọ́jọ̀ọ́.
Enjoy.
Got up this morning and boom, it's July already, the seventh month, and the second half of the year has just kicked off. Wow, I pray this new month, this new season, and this new day, bring you all of your heart desires. But we know we cannot just sit down and desire a thing. We have to make a move. And when you make a move, whatever you're seeking for will get closer to you. By the time you put yourself, set yourself apart or just stay away from whatever it is you're seeking out there. There's this common saying that it will be hard for you, to lay your hands on something you cannot reach. So go out today, go reach for the stars, and I know that the world is your oyster. Welcome to the month of July, a month of possibilities. It's the 7th month. I know what they say about the 7 months. 7 is perfect. I hope this month be truly perfect for you and all the things you do. Happy new month, all of our beautiful people. It's Vicinity 95.3 FM, I on the hilltop of Ikejile, Ijesha, Osun State. And this is Newspaper Review, where we'll bring you all of the trending stories on the dailies and also the details of these headlines. Do you want to join us this morning?
Yeah, good morning and happy new month. And welcome to the second half of the year 2025. I pray the second half of the year brings us peace, harmony, and may the Almighty Allah continue to increase us in wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and ease all our affairs.
Amen.
And may Almighty Allah continue to bless us, enrich our pockets, and bless us and enrich our pockets. May He make this month and the remaining half of the year easy for us. Amen. Yeah, welcome to your program, Newspaper Review, on Vicinity 95.3 FM, Ikejile, Ijesha. Do well to join us this morning on our Facebook page at Vicinity 95.3 FM. I am Aisha Ibrahim.
Yeah, and to begin the newspaper review, these are the papers. I will be taking the headlines: Nigerian Tribune, Daily Independent, The Guardian, and The Punch.
Yeah, before me this morning is the Vanguard newspaper, the Nation newspaper, and the Daily Trust newspaper.
And on The Punch, Emergency rule, Tinubu may restore Fubara, reverse lawmakers in July. NEC fallout, worrying PDP blocks. Reunite for 2027 showdown. Governors, the Mangu, Saraki asserts PDP unity. One APC, Southeast PDP, reject Wike's allies return. Still on the punch, Naptip adds Speed Darlington to watch list, More's 50 million naira bounty. And FG clears 14,000 e-visas target overstayers, a renewed crackdown. Alleged cybercrime trial begins September as courts grant Natasha bail. Reps query Rivers 1.48 trillion naira budget demands CCTV gunboat details. SANU threatens fresh action over withheld salaries. An APC NEC convenes July 24 to decide can Duje's successor. NEC fallout. Okay, I have that already. These are top stories on the Punch.
The top stories on the Vanguard newspaper for this morning. Our ancestors traced to Nigeria, St. Lucian Senate President. Dalori assumes duty as APC acting chairman, promises to stand by Tinubu. Still on the Vanguard newspaper this morning, 2027 ambition. I am willing to serve for 4 years only. That's Peter Obi. President Tinubu to commission connecting roads in Dakit Bitu today. PDP factions close ranks, affirm Anyanwu as national secretary. Still on the Vanguard newspaper, kidnapping. Youth set Emir's palace, NDLEA office ablaze in Kwara. And that's all on the Vanguard newspaper this morning.
And now this brings me to The Guardian. Our interest overlapping rules may undermine new tax regime. Obi denies pact with Atiku backs rotational presidency. Al Shetima stoked APC's early NEC meeting. Senator Natasha arraigned on alleged cybercrime, granted bail. Calls to strip president of power to appoint INEC officials intensify. Residents urge Fubara to make public peace conditions with Wike. PDP upbeat on party's prospect after NEC meeting. Okays Anyanwu reinstatement. Court sentences pastor to 25 years imprisonment for defiling daughter. Report links 871,000 yearly deaths to loneliness. The top stories on The Guardian.
Yeah, the top stories on the Daily Trust for this morning. Tiuji's ally, Dambokolo, 6 bandit commanders, 182-foot soldiers killed. Coalition to adopt ADC Wednesday. FCT workers begin protest over welfare. Wike slashes Uni Abuja land from 11,000 to 4,000 acres. I am ready for the single term presidency. Obi. Our PDP governors but resolved impasse. Dantata's burial holds today in Saudi Arabia. Anyanwu reinstated as secretary, NEC to hold July 23.
And now to Daily Independent newspaper. On the front page, mobile phones now going out of reach of Nigerians. Finally, PDP next returns Anyanwu as national scribe. Fixes NEC meeting for July 23rd. Police stop bot from holding meeting. And Reps query 24 billion naira CCTV allocation for Rivers Government House. 85 senators back creation of Anioma State. In 2027 and not part of joint ticket talks with Atiku. Obi says he will contest poll ready for one term only. Tinubu mulls visa waivers for Eastern Caribbean city. expenses how Nigerians shipped St. Lucia. NCAA grounds Rano aircraft over engine failure on board smoke. The top stories on Daily Independent.
Now on the top stories on the Nation newspaper for this morning, federal government offers visa waivers to Eastern Caribbean states. Kanduje's replacement likely at July 24 APC next meeting. PDP recognizes Anyanwu as national secretary. No community too small to enjoy democracy dividends, Tinubu assures Nigerians. Benue killings, those Nigeria must appease. Still on the Nation newspaper, St. Lucia honors Tinubu with Knight Commander title. And that's all on the Nation newspaper for this morning.
Now to Nigerian Tribune. APC fixes NEC meeting for July 24, while I may go against coalition to unseat Tinubu. Peter Obi. PDP returns Anyanwu as national secretary. Ekitike Greli, Older transfers news. You have made my renewed hope agenda visible in FCT. Tinubu Lords Wike, how citizens aid crude oil thieves. In Niger Delta, Tantita boss revenues. This or top stories on Nigerian Tribune. I'll bring you details of the stories. Please stay with us. Hello, good morning, Sir Frank Newaji. Thank you for joining us on the show this morning.
Good morning, good morning.
Yes. So, on the story I have before me, let's go with this first story. APC NEC convenes July 24 to decide Ganduje's successor. You know, Ganduje recently resigned, and it has been attributed to his health, saying he wants to take time off, to take care of his health. So the All Progressive Congress has scheduled the National Executive Committee meeting for July 24th. Now we know that we have an acting chairman, who is Ali Bukar Dalori, and he will remain acting until the National Convention, or if there is a new substantive chairman to be appointed. Until now, we've not heard. APC said they're going to hold NEC meeting recently. Do you think that it's because of Ganduje's exits? That's why they're calling for a quick NEC meeting. Can't they just allow, the deputy just take over the baton of leadership?
Sometimes in the APC, there's no party without internal wrangling. Forget that Tinubu is in charge, but some people are not also, they are not happy with what is happening in APC, whether you believe it or not. Like the revelation of Gandhi may have connotative and denotative meaning. Now he said head. He said head. Yes, I agree. Every human being may have a head challenges, no doubt. But if you look beyond the head, that could be internal problem.
Yeah, internal issue.
The problem, whether you believe it or not. There are factions in APC that are not also having access to the largesse that they are having there. So in a way, whether you believe it or not, some people are not happy with what is happening in APC, and they are members of APC. But also, they have not played anti-party politics, so they are watching. And now they don't want to say like the the acting chairman, ordinarily working hard in the north to see how to reclaim their position left behind by Ganduje. But it will also tell you that it will lead to a kind of politicking and maneuvering of some certain individuals in the party who may be hiding the position. Mind you, that position is like in a way bigger than the ministerial position. Are you aware? It's a juicy one. So there will be a kind of a political battle to see who comes on board to take the position. So for me, since the acting cannot remain the act, cannot remain, maybe cannot be
the substantive.
Sworn in as a substantive party chairman. Let there be also the routine way of doing things, so that the FPC may not use this process to have a kind of serious political crisis. But that's how we start. So this is what the thing will. That's how we start. If they are able to mend their fences, you may know that you may see that before the end of this year, it will snowball to a serious crisis that will begin to lead to defection. Mind you, we are approaching election year, and everybody is trying to knit to see how to grab power. And so if they don't do it easily and peacefully, it will lead to crisis that can also divide APC than what we are seeing in PDP. And I believe that when he comes back from where he has gone to, I believe we will also look into that matter and see how to use his position as the leader of the party to correct or to put it right. Ordinarily, why working in APC is not because the APC doesn't have problem, it's because of the leadership of the capacity to expect that to happen. So for me, they should be careful not to allow their party to divide before the election. That's what I would say. They should begin to see how to resolve the matter amicably, so that before December they can put their house in order. And put the president forward, because as it is now, the president is the sole aspirant, if I use that word, for 2027 election. And now we are also jostling for who becomes the vice president. That's why it's in the public that they are looking for somebody who will replace the president. So that will also be another reason for what they are seeing. So we need to be very careful. For me, APCs they need to solve. But with the position of the president, I feel they can in a way close their mouths, the ego, and make sure they protect the interests of the party, even if they be against some people's will, but because of the powerful position of the president, all of them will just bring down their pride and follow suit. That's what I would say. This is in order, making sure that they contest the 2022 election on a very smooth note. Everything may lose the election if they have a serious interest that will lead to massive defection from everything to other coalition or any existing political party on earth. We have seen some years back, 2015, when the Buhari took over one election. It can happen. If FCC doesn't do anything fast to stop the crisis we are trying to see coming up now. Well, it's a crisis, we don't let anybody deceive you. It's a crisis. There are some power brokers who are actually working out to see if they can shift the party structure. So the honest is on the president to see, to call him together and say, look, can you just suppress that and allow me to continue? That's it. It can be done.
Yes, so this brings me to a story on Punch this morning. Emergency rule. Tinubu may restore Fubara Rivers lawmakers in July. And we know recently President Bola Tinubu, had a meeting with the suspended Rivers State Governor, Siminalayi Fubara, and his predecessor, who is the Federal Capital Territory Minister, Nyesom Wike, and all of the lawmakers suspended when the president declared a state of emergency. And now, there are speculations that it may be reinstated, following, the reconciliation. And some groups have come to say, so why all the suspension? They should have just find a way to reconcile, because we know that the situation in Rivers before the suspension was just because Fubara had issues with his predecessor, and Wike was not ready to, leave all the power to him as it was painted. We all saw how the whole thing play out. Now that there are reports that they are preparing to reinstate Fubara, do you think, this should have gotten to this level instead of what they want to do now should have been done earlier before all of the emergencies, declaration of state of emergency, suspension of the executive governor who was duly elected under a democracy government?
Let me tell you, it's political. And so political, when it is political, it's to protect their interest, their vested interest. It's not about River State, it's about individual interest, even the president's interest. And so that has been done. I was told that I would always say, if you can rule Nigeria for one day, no, it didn't rule Nigeria for one day. For the sole administrator of the ministry to rule River State for about 3 months now, do you know how much it takes? From these 3 months. Because I think if you follow the game, the value of today or tomorrow, the amount is out to about 25 billion or 24 billion for what? CCTV, resolution in government.
Yeah, that report.
Do you know how much it is? 24 billion. And to
for
buy
CCTV.
gunboat, which has done it before. In less than 1 year, nothing going to buy gunboat again. What are we saying? So for me, if you ask me, everything is about politics. The president has broadcast this on Thursday. The onus is on him. You know, it's time to also call back sin. Because people have said it's unconstitutional. Look at the law. The law does not say the president cannot take declare state of emergency for removal of government, of the governor. Is where people are saying, does the president, by constitution, to remove the sitting governor who was elected as the president, on state of emergency, he has like state of emergency on flooding. Are you aware? Emergency of food insecurity. Are you aware? There's a state of emergency disaster. Even if there's any massive killing in Nigeria, what we are seeing in the Plateau, Benue, Zamfara, not to remove governor, but to use the military to see how to curtail everything of non-state actors. That can be done. So for me, in the opinion also, now that the president has seen what is going on, let that be restoration, restatement of Governor Satula Kubia of River State and the lawmakers. Because they knew what they did. It's about, not about me, I'm a labor man. The one thing is needful. Now that they have come with, I want to say, common ground, they have common resolution. Let that be reassessment so that we know what is happening. We have a political status as River people. But as it is now, it is not healthy. The project is River State. I will tell you without mistake, it's not project is like abandoned. That's what the one that governors have paid sometimes up front or 80%. If not, if you come to River State, some major projects are stalled. So I pray that Mr. President, as he comes up from this solution, he should reinstate the Congress and the other assembly. Because if you talk about development, it's on the state of emergency is undermining the even some projects, even some environment, some other things. And we are seeing that like what the House of Reps Committee has declared that look at what's happening, budget this, budget social amount of money. In the space of 1 month, you want to put CCTV 24 billion.
CCTV. Like,
and you want to use the 30 billion for the governor has already taken care of. In a way, it's like this. After, like I said before, it's like it's not for river people, it's for resources. So for me, it will be wise for Mr. President, since he has been able to be the pacemaker again, to take back the governor, so that we can now also have elected the affairs of River State with legislators. It's a good moment. For me, I am in support of the president bringing back the government of Rivers State in the hands of Rivers people. That's what I want. I'm not different. I am in support of that. Also, within the week, within last week, as of Saturday, we saw the FCT and the governor and also the House Assembly Speaker, Martin Emmanuel, in a public function in Port Harcourt. At the burial of the uncle of the good one. You know, for some time it was like they are cat and dog who can never come even to talk. And I want to say we need peace.
Yes,
look at it, it's what we need to massive killing and destruction of lives and property. But now that what we got gladiators have come to common agreement. We pray for peace of Rivers State and also development of Rivers State, because whatever is happening now is shameful. Even the what happened is about a week ago when they approved the nomination of Lycée. They made somebody this is a state-owned agency, and we are nominating somebody from our side to come and take over. So it's like we are slaves in our land. So if Mr. President has the returns, this is fake July, as the returns within the week, we should be able to do the needful. Send for prayer. But democratic government in Rivers State.
Yeah, so hopes are hope that Siminalayi may return as the
Yes.
Now, this still politics this morning. We know Peter Obi has said he is not going to be part of any coalition. The only coalition he will be part of is coalition against hunger and corruption. And he has declared that he will only serve a term if given the chance to become the president of Nigeria. And he has also said that if he did not get the presidential ticket, of course, there is nothing he will do about it. But he's saying that he's not part of the coalition. We've heard in recent times that Peter Obi is, forming a merger with other leaders like the former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and former governor of Kaduna State El Rufai and the likes, Amechi and all of this group. Do you think Peter Obi stand a chance in 2027?
For now, let me also be frank. My name is Frank and I was a Bonadu. Obi should build even labor. Obi should build labor. If you have been running from Kennedy to Okonkwo, that young man who was of Obi is like having issues in terms of morality in politics of Nigeria. You know, he was a church member, a church supporter of Peter Obi.
Peter Obi.
So for me, I think that Obi should mentor with others, because see, Labour Party now is again divided on issue of leadership.
Yes, they're divided.
The moment a party is divided, that party may not have strong will to win any election. And that's what is happening in PDP. It takes PDP to coalition with others to win election if they win. And that's why, like we discussed APC. APC as it is now, if nothing happens, APC will win election hands down. No doubt. I don't need to say to be a prophet. Election. Except from now to 27 they divide themselves. So Obi winning election cannot be by Labour alone. Because as you say, Labour has a serious crack. Even in Rivers State. Maybe where I would say there's no crack, maybe in Abia State. But in the Ghana places, in the national state, they have issue of leadership problem. So for me, Obi should begin to be diplomatic to win people outside the fold of Labour Party. Sometimes, because as you see, the Labour, mind you, it was a miracle that Labour was able to win to Ghana such
votes in 2023.
And they got, as it is now, many of them are defective to APC. So it means that Obi needs to be careful. There must be it's not even about himself, it's about his own interest for Nigeria. And Nigeria. Because it's not about even 1 year, 4 years. Then how am I going to win the election? Because if you win the election, don't want to form a coalition with anybody. It's strategic in terms of looking for modalities and apparatus election. If actually try for president election, there are some things to play. If actually is ready to contest for this election. But one thing is that people have issue. Everything now. So there's need for me to send the full soldiers. So of Labour, to APC, to PDP, and to every other party, and see how to resolve their internal crisis that they are here to resolve. Are you aware that they are here to resolve the internal crisis up to now? They should be very careful. So for me, yes, it's enough for him according to his statement. But before 4 years, how are you going to win the election? Put things in order. Put things in order. They can stand on any platform and win election, but election in Nigeria is not about the populace. It's about those in power. So you should see how to play on those in power to get over from them. What like this now, the power of who becomes the governor, who becomes president, is not in the people. It's not in the hand of the people.
It's in the hand of the elites.
The amended the electoral law, even as I'm discussing today, the process of INEC on the election is so critical that many of us don't even understand. Oh, they'll tell you this power failure, glitches and that. There's no electronic transfer. Until such is put in place through, legislation. That if you don't do it, whatever you have done is can be modified. So this should begin to work with others. So far we have the ambition to contest. Labour Party is in trouble. PDP is in trouble. APC is about to face trouble. But why is this APC trouble in the mind? It's because of the presence of Tinubu and being the ruling party. It will use the position in a way to suppress some of the pressure that may come on board. So for me, being in the election is subject to the people. Like what happened in that election? It was the people. But Labour Party is not the one having this praise. Are you aware?
Yes.
But the presence of Obi, obedient movement, made everything to work for him. So for me, I feel go beyond Labour Party. It should also go beyond PDP and APC, and also reject the obedient movement strategies. Now I see that some people are also wearing, like I told you about 10 years ago, like the spokesperson of Peter Obi movement. And today now is some body language of Obi in terms of national politics. So some Obi should again pacify some people who are aggrieved, so that is coming out in 2027 will be not that. You look at his performance, it was all presented in the 2023 I applauded him as like a one-man squad. Labour is not a party that can have national strength, but the thing makes Labour to have national strength with the effort of a bigger movement. So for me, it should do more. It needs coalition. Like what APC did to raise the power from PDP come in 2015 general election. Obi needs coalition. Obi needs the electorate. Who will stand to speak for him. So for me, that record can win election for him alone. He needs people to work with him and for him. So that's my take. Whether 4 years or 1 year, like I said about he didn't win the election even one day. So whether 4 years ago, he needs the people to work for him. He needs the people to work with him so that he can win the election. And after 4 years, if you want to step down, no problem. It's not by force. But do the right thing and let people see that you have vision
for the country.
For me, Obi is a good candidate. I will not discriminate his position. He's a good candidate, but I want him to do more by moving out to reach out to others. Politics is a game.
It's a game of numbers.
Wisdom. You should not say that because of my character I can win election. Let's reach out to some people. Are you aware that some electors are not even also aware of what is happening in Nigeria? So this should be aggressive in terms of mobilizing people towards But like this in Nigeria, even the INEC has not declared electoral activities, but as it is now, politicking is on.
He's on.
It's on. Whether you believe it or not, it's on. And now you can see Abuja is like a place of every weekend. So this will re-strategize and to make this long-awaited destination becoming a president of Nigeria, whether it's 4 years or not, that one is not my problem. That my problem give the people, the politicians, and also the electors. And even those who don't even have voters card. To talk. You know, police is about communication. You communicate your idea, at least you are job to people.
Yes.
And if you somebody believes you, they work for you.
Yeah,
So for me, we have the right to do whatever we want to do. But Nigeria politics is so critical that if you want to be alone, you will not win election.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Frank. On the Nation newspaper this morning, RMFFC, Tinubu's tax laws will ease low-income earners' burdens. The Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission has described the recent tax reform bills signed into law by the President Bola Tinubu as a major relief for millions of low-income Nigerians who have long struggled under the weight of taxation while earning modest income. So what do you think about this, sir?
Well, you see, the supposed have applauded the signing into law of the tax reform bill, become a law today. My own is like, to help the low-income earner, fine. And mind you, it will be implemented in according to the direction, it will be implemented in
2026. Yeah.
In Nigeria, we have some good laws, but we fail in implementation. The problem, as we're clapping, like we have read part of the, they will not even, the low-income earners will not even pay taxes. Fine. But let us see the
implementation.
That is the problem, because now you may also reach 2026.
And people will still be paying tax.
Yes.
To bring one personal problem on board, and then because of this, you cannot be set free, pay your tax as usual. And you will be told, the multinationals, the big wigs, these business moguls, they are the ones to But before you know it, before the implementation, the story will change. We have seen it done. We have laws, but we don't obey the laws. So that's the problem. Not that they make it become one or to become four. How are we going to
see it through
the desire for the people? It's about revenue also for development of Nigeria. How are we going to also catch up with those who may invest the darkness? That's no problem, because Nigeria, anything can happen. As we're discussing today, the laws that is, Mr. President, now we are saying, let it not be that we just sing it without seeing the real tax law in Nigeria. A far cry. That will also be a disappointment of Nigerians. That after telling us that, we shall be burden free, we now see more burden. It will be a problem. And also government should put this in place to check how the revenue should be. Not about the laws. How are we going about get from those who are concerned? Because it's not about, this is not laws are this. Until the bail is free. Is bail free? They will tell you this and that. So for me, if the president should be able to do the right thing in place, we need to make a system that we shall believe in.
Yeah.
Now that we have seen that there are benefits for the low
income earners.
So it means enforce it. Not when it is time to implement. They will look the other way around. That is what we see. When it concerns like now, it's about the laws in Nigeria does not, in a way, when it comes to implementation, doesn't even support the poor masses. But when it concerns those in power, It only takes 24 hours for the... That's my concern. So it is a good way, but it also, in a way, improve our internal relationship and also give a sign of relief to the low-income earners in Nigeria. But there's high inflation rate, whether we believe it or not. So, issue of, no taxes, the employers of labor, how are they going to do about their workers who what they say, those who live below 1 million? How are they going to do it? Are they going to also convince the people to pay even who are 200,000? But we're in Nigeria. They will coerce you. You say, we must beat up now. So my concern is not about, we are passing into law. Work.
To see it, to see it work.
Are we going to say in the life we are doing it, and in that place we are not doing it, we are not doing it? That's my worry. It's a good one, but let us see come 2026. I think the second day is 1st January. Until we see workers crying that they are still charging. Are you aware that it means that some money will be brought back to workers? Are you aware? But it will be brought back to workers. So it will be like a kind of a bonus. But let us watch out. That's I'm afraid of implementation. That's my worry.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us on the show this morning, Mr. Frank Ewenaji. We appreciate all of your contributions on newspaper
Frank
review.
Frank
Enawaji. All right. Duly noted. Yeah, do have yourself a great day.
Thank you.
Oh, today is a birthday. What's her name?
Mercy Frank.
Yeah, Mrs. Mercy Frank. We say happy birthday to you.
Thank you very much.
Have a prosperous year.
God bless you.
Yeah, bye for now.
All right, bye.
Yeah, that's it on newspaper review this morning. The time is fast spent on the show, and these are the top stories on the news today. APC, PDP, LP. Even the coalition coming up. Leaders are still this tussle for who are we going to pick? Even when we have the introduction of the new ADA, All Democratic Alliance, there will still be issue on who they are going to fly for the 2027 election. Who is going to be the flag bearer of the coalition and all of that? Well, to all of the parties out there, please don't heat the polity up, because at the end of the day, you would not focus on the main thing, the people who you're here to serve. And this is where we get to draw a conclusion on today's newspaper review on your dial station, Vicinity 95.3 FM. It's a new month, it's July. Honestly, today, start to do something different so you can get better results. They say change is constant. So be out there to embrace change. Change is good. It's good for you. It's good for me. It's good for all of us. And bye for now. I'm Lua from Care Israel. It's been a great time on the show this morning.
Yeah, it's Aisha Ibrahim. It's a great time. Thanks for joining the newspaper review for this morning. And do have a great second half of the year.